Hey everyone, I wanted to tell you about this family vacation that we took one year. It was my husband and myself and our kids, and then pretty much all of his family, um, his sister and her kids, his mom, her sisters, like all the kids, all the cousins. So we went down to Pensacola, Florida, and we had this house one street away from the beach. It was amazing, and something that we all love to do when we are by a beach or really anywhere is play sand volleyball. And so we would go down the beach every day and we'd be playing. And during this time, I think it was one of the first days we were there, I was playing, and there was, unknown to me, there was this stick that was sticking up. It was just underneath the sands, the top of the sand. It was sticking straight up, and I happened to find that with my foot. And it put this really nice little puncture wound into my foot. And so I was like, okay, okay. And I kept playing. And I don't know, it might have been an hour later, there was another stick sticking up in the ground that I found with my other foot. So there was two puncture wounds in my feet. And so a smart person probably would have stopped playing, wrapped them up, took it easy. But I've never claimed to be a smart person, so I just kept playing on them and grinding sand into those holes for about 3 more days. And so by the end of the trip, I was just in horrific pain. My feet were swollen. It was really bad. But I kind of have this tradition on the last day of when we're on a vacation, I like to go watch the sun come up. And we're at the beach. There's no way I'm going to miss out on seeing the sunrise on the beach. So that morning I got up really early. I had hardly slept at all because my feet were just throbbing. I mean, just in so much pain. And so I kind of hobbled, made this weird movement that got me to the place I needed to go, down to the beach. And from there, you still have to go over a boardwalk and over the sand, like down to the water's edge. So that was probably looked more like army crawling or barrel rolling, because that sand just hurt so bad on my feet. But I finally made it down there. And when I was sitting there, the sun just started slipping up over the horizon, and it was so amazing. Like the colors that I saw, there were these reds and oranges, and the ocean was like this blue and green and purple, and it was swirling underneath. And then it starts coming up a little higher, and then there's sunbeams just like popping out from behind the clouds. And I was just in awe. I was pretty sure that the trumpets were going to sound, and the clouds were going to part, and Jesus was going to come out of the sky. I mean, it was that breathtaking. And honestly, I would have just been like, take me now, because I don't know how I'm going to walk back up to the house. But it got me thinking down there on the beach, like, we have these amazing sunrises and sunsets. So how do those happen? Like, what are they made of? Well, when the sun is coming up over the horizon, the angle at which the light is coming from it hits the atmosphere, and it creates all these colors, like all the different colors. And so I get that. But what makes some of the most beautiful sunrises? Because we know they're not all the same. I mean, sunrises and sunsets are beautiful, but there are some that the colors are just so vibrant. So what's the difference? Well, it's the particles in the atmosphere. There's dust and there's pollution. Okay, so I don't know if you're following me here or not, but this gets me really excited because I think back to in the Bible where it says that God made man from the dust of the earth. Okay, so he made us from the dust, and that's what's up in the sky that creates these beautiful colors like dust. And then the pollution. So the pollution, that's just all the bad stuff of the world, right? Like all the products of like all the chemicals and all the just yucky stuff that the world puts out. And so when you let the light from the sun hit all of that stuff, all of the dust, all of the bad stuff, you create these amazing sunrises. And I'm not the only one sitting there on the beach that can see that. I mean, people can see those for miles. But here's the thing. In order to create that beauty, you have to let the light hit it. You have to let the light hit all of it.